Hi, today we'll discuss Lac-Operon concept. Yesterday we learned the function of structural genes. So if you observe, there are three structural genes, LAC-ZY, LAC-Y, LAC-A. Along with this, there is an operator which performs on and off mechanism. Along with operator, if you observe, there is a promoter. Promoter is a region present on double-stranded DNA. You already know about promoter. When RNA polymerase binds to promoter, the double-stranded DNA unwinds and initiates the synthesis of RNA, that is transcription. Along with this, since we are studying gene regulation concept, there is one more important gene, that is I. It's a regulatory gene which codes for regulatory protein. This regulatory protein plays a major role in Lac-Operon concept. So if you observe structure of Lac-Operon, that is the last diagram if you observe, I, regulatory gene which codes for regulatory protein, next to it promoter, operator and three structural genes, LAC-ZY, LAC-Y, LAC-A, which are transcribed into RNA, then RNA is translated into protein. That is beta-galactosidase, permease and transacetylase. All these are enzymes. Enzymes are nothing but proteins. So this is the structure of Lac-Operon. So to remember the structure, it's very easy. Just you need to remember three structural genes, operator, promoter and regulatory gene. So I pose, you can remember like this. Hi. Now we'll discuss off mechanism, that is Lac-Operon off part, that switch off mechanism. If there is more glucose in the medium, E. coli utilizes glucose. Yesterday we learned that. If you observe the diagram, I codes for regulatory gene. Regulatory gene is transcribed to RNA. RNA is translated to protein. Here you have to observe the protein. The protein is repressor tetramer protein. This protein will bind to operator. Once repressor protein binds to operator, RNA polymerase cannot bind to promoter region. If there is no binding of RNA polymerase, no transcription. So structural genes are not transcribed. No work for Lac-Operon, I mean structural genes. That's why this is called off mechanism. There is no activation of structural genes. Again, I am explaining. I codes for regulatory gene. Regulatory gene is transcribed to RNA. RNA is translated to repressor protein. Repressor is a tetramer. This repressor protein binds to operator. Once repressor binds to operator, the region is blocked. RNA polymerase cannot continue further. Therefore, there is no transcription. And one simple thing is E. coli is utilizing glucose. Therefore, there is no Lac-Operon concept. So, no activation of structural genes. And if you observe the last line, the medium contains more glucose, less lactose. Therefore, E. coli prefers glucose. And in the heading, if you observe, absence of inducer. So, in the next video, I'll explain what is the function of inducer. So, this is called off mechanism. Here, there is no work for structural genes because rep protein, that is tetramer unit, blocked the pathway. So, it binds to operator. RNA polymerase cannot activate transcription. So, this is called off mechanism. If you observe, the medium contains more lactose and very less glucose. If there is more lactose, E. coli has to utilize lactose. So lactose acts as an inducer. So the heading is in presence of inducer. If you observe the first line, Again same thing, I, regulatory gene, transcribed to RNA, translated to repressor protein. You already know it is a tetramer protein. But here inducer is present. Inducer is lactose. So lactose prevents the binding of repressor protein to operator. Lactose molecules acts as an inducer and it prevents the binding of repressor protein to operator. Both promoter and operator are free now. So this is called on mechanism. RNA polymerase binds to promoter and transcription starts. Once the transcription starts, LAC-Z, LAC-Y, LAC-A are transcribed to RNA and then translated to three enzymes, that is beta-galactosidase, permease and transacetylase. So this is called on mechanism, and if you observe the last part, E. coli is utilizing lactose, permease allows the entry of lactose into cell, transacetylase activates beta-galactosidase and beta-galactosidase will break lactose into glucose and galactose. So this is the simple concept of lac operon. Here you can observe the operon, that is three structural genes. You can observe the lactose which acts as an inducer. The simple thing is E. coli is utilizing lactose. E. coli can survive both in glucose medium and lactose medium. But what we need to understand is gene regulation mechanism. Here, repressor protein is there, but it cannot bind to operator just because of lactose molecules. Once lactose prevents the binding, then the regular process starts. You already know the regular process. RNA polymerase binds to promoter, double-stranded DNA separates, unwinds, new RNA is going to synthesize, and that RNA will be translated to proteins, nothing but enzymes. So, this concept of lac operon is very simple and E. coli can survive both in glucose and lactose medium. Thank you.